guys, welcome to Black Angus Reviews. I just came across this on Twitter and figured this would be cool to go over and discuss in the comments any speculation if you find this to be plausible or not. But I read through this and wanted to share it with you. So, from Bounding into Comics, from the author John F. Trent, alleged major Avengers Endgame spoilers leak. Let me just zoom in here for you. Some alleged major spoilers for Avengers Endgame have leaked on Reddit. That detail much of the film's plot. The alleged leaks come from user I'm Leaking, who claims they are a worker on contract basis for one of the production companies that got its contract with the production Infinity War Endgame terminated. I'm leaking details. The film begins with Captain Marvel investigating a distress call from Xandar before Thanos' off-screen attack in Avengers Infinity War. In fact, she's not responding to a distress call like the Guardians did in Avengers Infinity War. She's apparently allied with the Nova Force. Captain Marvel makes it to Xandar, but shows up in time to see Roman Day's entire family get dusted. She receives the notification from Fury, but is unable to respond because Day decides to go after Thanos. Captain Marvel feels obligated to assist Day in the Nova Corps because she wasn't there when Ronan attacked Xandar. From there, the film will switch to Ant-Man as he explores the quantum realm before falling into a time vortex and shows up in 1996 right after Captain Marvel leaves Earth. Apparently, Ant-Man needs to acquire a specific Kree device from Nick Fury. However, Fury thinks Scott Lang is a Skrull. But Lang makes his case by joking about Fury's eye patch and discussing his home arrest and Fury's involvement following the events of Captain America Civil War. Ant-Man also reveals Captain America is alive. As for Tony Stark and Nebula, they discover that Rocket Raccoon installed a quantum system on their spaceship that allows them to jump between different parts of the universe. However, they don't have enough power to get it functioning. Fortunately, Nebula discovers one of the stolen Anulax batteries from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and is able to power the ship. I was just remembering Drax saying Harbulary batteries. They use it to return to Earth with Rocket Raccoon, saving them from crashing when they return. After returning to Earth, Tony creates the rescue suit, which will eventually be used by Pepper to save him. Captain Marvel and Day eventually arrive on Titan II and confront Thanos, who is waiting for them. However, the Infinity Gauntlet is still damaged, and Thanos is only able to use the Reality Stone, the Reality Power and Time Stone. He appears to have knowledge of Captain Marvel's power, being based off the Time Stone. He attempts to extract Captain Marvel's power, but is eventually stopped by an attack from Day. As for the Avengers on Earth, they create white suits that act as life support in the quantum realm, as well as in space. They do not end up traveling back into the past, but they do end up traveling back into the past, but it's not to collect the Infinity Stones, but rather to duplicate them. They also need to create their own Infinity Gauntlet and decide on creating one that will fit for the Hulk and can only be used by Hulk and Thor. However, creating an Infinity Gauntlet is harder than expected. They try to create one using vibranium, but it's far too unstable. Instead, they have to seek out Uru metal from the destroyed Mjolnir that has fallen to the hands of the Yakuza. Clinton Barton, aka Hawkeye, is working on recovering all the pieces of the shattered Mjolnir. Given the Hulk's erratic nature, the Avengers use barf technology to control him. I looked up what barf technology is for those of you who don't know. It's what he uses in Civil War, Robert Downey Jr. at the beginning when they're showing younger him. It's something to do with used for like PTSD or what have you. While creating their own Infinity Gauntlet presents challenges, they face even greater challenges in attempting to duplicate the Infinity Stones. Not only do they travel to some of the major events of the past films, including Age of Ultron, Thanos discovers their plans and decides to hunt them down. However, Doctor Strange saw this possibility and placed spells on the time stone that trapped Thanos at the time of the first Avengers film during the invasion of New York. With Thanos trapped in the past and understanding the consequences of affecting the past, the Avengers continue to seek out the Infinity Stones. They even visit the Ancient One to get their hands on the Time Stone. They will also visit Valhalla. Sorry, I lost my place. They will also visit Valhalla as they seek out the Valkyries' Legion. Thor will even reunite with Odin and Frigga. Their time-traveling Avengers will not be perfect. The Avengers will fail on numerous occasions, forcing them to try different times to get their hands on the Infinity Stones. The Avengers will eventually run into Captain Marvel during the third act, but her power has been significantly reduced to Thanos' attack earlier in the movie. Thanos will eventually confront the Avengers on Xandar. Thanos' power is still near unstoppable. It takes all the Avengers to hold him back, while the Hulk attempts to bring back those who were wiped out by Thanos. However, Hulk's arm explodes before they are able to defeat Thanos. Captain America then takes control of the Infinity Gauntlet and uses it to defeat Thanos, but also bring back all of his fallen comrades and those who are wiped out by Thanos' snap. However, his body can't handle the power and he ends up disintegrating. While Captain America brings back the Avengers who are wiped out by the snap, it does not appear he brings back Gamora. She supposedly remains dead. Captain America's sacrifice not only defeats Thanos, but it also destroys the Infinity Stones. However, with the destruction of the Infinity Stones, a cosmic entity is free that will more than likely be the next major threat the Avengers have to face. The film ends with Captain America's funeral and Tony Stark announcing his retirement. The post-credit scene will apparently involve Doctor Strange talking to a cosmic entity that aided Ant-Man. So do you think these are legitimate? With the idea of Captain America dying, I think they will kill him. So, they got two different people that could take his place that are associated with him, with the Winter Soldier or Falcon. I know Falcon in the comics has become Captain America before. And you also get your brownie points for diversity, making a black Captain America for the future, if you go that route. Don't know about Gamora not coming back. I remember in Infinity Gauntlet, Nebula reverses it, but by reversing the events, she also goes back to like her undead state in the comics. But I definitely go that route. Something else with Tony Stark apparently retiring. That reminds me of what I've been predicting that they'll do with Spider-Man and having him take over as like this like lead, and Stark may remain in like a Batman Beyond type capacity, like Bruce Wayne in the background, helping guide and further the new leader, the new Batman for that show. But Spider-Man, what do you think? Do you think this could be a cool storyline? I kind of like the idea of Hulk actually getting hurt and losing an arm. That's kind of interesting. I'm trying to think what else I saw in here. I don't like the idea of like going back in time through all these events, but if they make it work, then hey, I'll eat crow. That's fine with me. And I like the idea of Captain Marvel just sucking and not being the savior at the end. This can get people excited actually for Captain Marvel potentially, but I think she's kind of a Superman character from everything I know about her. But yeah, that's the article. You can go on Bounty into Comics and reread it in its entirety.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And check out my ever-growing list of friends in the Fandom Collective. Want to follow me on Twitter and wreck some SJWs? Cool. It's @AngusReviews. Let's chat.